The action is only moments away on Monday night.
We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. Well, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us here at EA Sports to all of you on this Christmas day. We so appreciate you joining us with Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, it is always a unique moment finding yourself playing on Christmas, right? It's the holiday atmosphere all throughout the stadium. We're seeing Santa hats. We're seeing those Christmas-like necklaces. But it's also a really important end-of-the-season game in regards to both playoff and draft position.
Yeah, Kate, that's really well said. And last century, I got to play in an Aloha Bowl on Christmas Day. And I can still close my eyes and remember that game vividly. It was so fun. It was such an honor and privilege to get to play on this holiday. And as a player, you embrace that. But you also know, as a player and coach, Christmas is going to feel a whole lot better when you celebrate it tomorrow with a win today.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And bringing them out, someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1.
Straight to the air they go. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick six starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have. Boy, can it set a tone early.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he'll go down after fighting his way into the 32. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 32. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And they're going to have a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That one gains 7. And it'll give him a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Out of Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing from the gun. Finds a man right side. And they make this stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That's completed right side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Setting up a throw. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stuffed at the 2. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he barrels across for the touchdown. These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And these guys tie this game 7-7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating an offense now behind the chains, that's exactly how you're looking to start.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was 3rd and extra long, and now it's 4th and forever.
The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And it's been such an incredible season for him. As we play our final month of football, he's leading the NFL in passing yards. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's an 8-yard gain, and things looking a whole lot better now. 3rd and 3 upcoming. He'll look to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It's a gain of 22, and that gives them the first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Dump off, caught by his back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The home teams and their wide receivers set for this next possession. And he's in the midst of a phenomenal season. Right now, you can see he's 2nd in the league in touchdown receptions.
Let's go now. Check. Go.
They go play action on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Now, before the punch, not sure what the issue was, but we have a timeout from the kicking team. Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And no one has been better than him at finding the end zone through the air all year. He's leading this league in passing touchdowns late in our season. On 1st down, they'll run. And solid running there gets him forward to the 39-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. From the 39. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings them to 3rd down. Pass play coming here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he makes the half goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. as a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick six to watch.
They'll set up here for the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And his guys take a 4-point lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Blown back, gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
We played one here on Christmas Day. And we're back. Road offense out there and set. Let's get the second quarter started. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Cut out left. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
This one falls incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And it's 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And these guys push their lead to 3. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. Their offense ready to take the field now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
Back out runs their offense. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. It's 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Back now. Pressure on its way. Cut near the goal line. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. Angling this one in from the right hash to challenge here. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense running back out now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing now on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Intercepted in the end zone. I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back. because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 23, hits his running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Orlando.
Option design here. Has a lane past the 45. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that'll give him a 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Dumps it off to his running back. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
And no look there, that throw falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's caught for the 1st. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And his guys bump the lead up to 13 points. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense headed back to the field. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
A gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll throw on 1st. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far. Working quickly here. Throw on 3rd down. A lot of mess on the move here. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that'll be a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Dump off caught by his back. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 18 on second down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking for a throw here. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So fourth down, and out comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. Brought in by Ford. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here's second and 2. Completed to Collins. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Throwing from the gun here. Escapes the pocket. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. We're at halftime here on Monday night. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman. Oh, and with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They're out and set. First and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Here's second and 11. He's got a man left. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Big gain, 14 on the play. And they'll have first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To throw here on first down. This finds Smith. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At their 48-yard line.
Give now to the running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 41-yard line.
From the 41. Hauled in left side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Shotgun now on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Back now, pressure on its way. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
They'll throw it. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That'll be complete to Ford. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To throw it on 1st down. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give him a 1st down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate, and we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. It's complete to Ford. And he's tackled for no gain.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Third and short. He's taking the option right. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Throwing now on first down. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Finding Collins. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in route.
And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! These guys push their lead further to start the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys double their lead to 14.
Our home team, 20.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Fielded at the 7. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Now this offense getting set to work here. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Looking to the air here. The rush gets home, and they stick him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
And that is what we call a stat stuffer. First, Kate, he picks it off, and then he gets into the backfield and gets home for the sack, and now he is just feeling it. He's thinking to himself, today is my day. And let me tell you, as a former quarterback, you don't want any defender ever thinking and playing with that confidence.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. Now this offense ready to head back out. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that follow. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Handoff now out of the gun. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a 3-yard pickup. That's going to leave him facing 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. So just a lone quarter remains in our Christmas Day game. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. Punting unit out now. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Dropping back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd down coming up. Now looking to throw. It's caught, Ferguson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Pass play now. Throwing the out route complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
He's dropping back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
They connect for the 1st. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the 1st instead. Hand off to the back. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 38. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. He's at midfield. 30. To 10. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Setting up to try the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And his guys stretch their lead to 21. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. And Brock, we got a pretty good idea how a lot of the playoff picture is going to shake out, but still some time left for things to change near the end of the season.
Bronco switch.
Back to the air following the pick six. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Just got a hand up on that to break it up. And that makes it fourth down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
39-yard line.
Throwing it again here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll throw it again. This finds Smith. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They are throwing it again. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He'll throw it yet again. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up. They'll try and throw it here. Dumps it off to his running back. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
1st down and 10 yards to go.
Plowing up the middle. And he's got a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Getting out to his left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. This throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Here's a give up the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And he's only able to manage 1 yard, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Back-to-back carries here. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
The give here on 2nd. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And it's a very happy holiday for these guys as they take the victory here on Christmas. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. This celebration begins for our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.